Hello, myself Shivam Kumar of Faculty of Engineering, Department of Civil Engineering, University of Lucknow. My topic is on skyscraper. In this seminar, we will discuss about introduction, development of modern skyscraper, material and building technique, different types of retaining wall, construction technique, skyscraper implication, conclusion, and references. Introduction. A skyscraper is basically a very tall building whose acceptable height is about 800 feet or 244 meters. Firstly, it is known as multi-story buildings, but later redefined by architecturals and known as skyscrapers. The first modern skyscraper was built in USA Chicago in New York in late 19th century, whose which was a 10-story building whose height was 42 meter. Structure, material and building technique. For making any structure, foundation is to be made, and skyscraper foundation are generally more complex than that of normal building. It is because of their height and weight. It also depend upon the nature of soil, earthquake or surrounding property. There are many types of different retaining walls. First one is interlocking sheet piles, which can be a temporary or permanent. Contiguous secant piled walls, which is used in wet soils or soft soil. Diaphragm walls, which is used in soft ground where groundwater level is high. Cross walls. Now, building material. For making any building material is must. In this, aluminium. It is a material of choice for the outer frame. Window panes, which is made up of high grade glass filled with noble gases. Laminated glass, sandwich panel and combustible type panel, because these are widely used in building apartments, hospital, offices, hotels, etc. While making any skyscraper, certain challenges occur. These are wind loads. As the height increases, wind exerts pressure on the building. In the field of wind energy and air pollution, it also includes low and moderate winds, as they are relevant to electricity production, respectively dispersion of contaminants. Wind comfort near buildings, wind impact on structures, effect of wind on ventilation system in a building, wind climate for wind energy and air pollution near building. Another challenge is seismic load. Seismic load is basically an earthquake which occur in earthquake prone area. Seismic loading primarily depends upon anticipated earthquake parameter known as seismic hazard, geotechnical parameter, structural parameter, and anticipated gravity wave from tsunami. Seismic performance is defined as the ability to sustain its main function, such as its safety and serviceability, that how for how long it will be serviceable. A structure is normally considered safe if it does not endanger the life. While earthquake occur, vibration also occur in the building. All seismic vibration control devices may be classified as passive, active and hybrid. Passive control devices have no feedback capability between them, structure element and the ground. Hybrid control devices are combined feature of active and passive control system. Hydraulic snubber are used for piping system when resistant thermal movement is allowed, while mechanical snubber operate on the standard of restricting acceleration of any pipe. Construction technique. As the height increases, weight of the skyscraper also increases, which is also known as a dead load or self load. Certain load also exerted by people, furniture, vehicle, etc., which is known as live load, and any other unexpected source can also provide load. Earthquake resistance construction. First technique is reinforced masonry structure is made. In this, steel reinforcement is embedded in the masonry block in the mortar joints. To achieve a ductile behavior, it is necessary that strength of the wall is greater than flexural strength. Another is reinforced concrete structure. Reinforced concrete structure is basically in which steel reinforcement bars are introduced in the concrete to increase the strength of the material, which can be used as a beam, column, floor, and bridges. Pre-stressed concrete is a kind of reinforced concrete used for overcoming natural weakness in tension in concrete. Pre-stressed structure is primarily provide stability and security. Prefabrication. Prefabrication is the process of assembling component of a building structure in a factory, then transported through vehicles to the sites. Advantages of prefabrication. Congestion is minimized, less time may occur, less waste may occur, self-supporting ready-made components are used. Advantages of skyscraper. As the population increasing, space is lacking, so one option is that we have to increase the height of the building for the living of the people, so that people can easily accommodate or live. A skyscraper also provide an architectural feature. Radio towers, television towers are also used over the skyscraper for broadcasting. Skyscrapers are known as modern answer of lack of space. Disadvantages are that it destructs the natural environment, produces noise pollution, rely on elevator, land subsidence, poor fireproofing, high cost of investment, and it is not economical. It requires skilled labor to clean the building. I have made the case study on Burj Al Arab, which is in Dubai. Firstly, the core drilling was done about 180 meter and no solid rock was found. Building is of hybrid V-shape structure, constructed in concrete and blended with structural steel. Burj Al Arab is made up of 28 story of split level with 10,000 square meter floor and 60,000 square meter of concrete and 9,000 ton of reinforced steel. The building is built on sand. Sand was compacted around the building to create friction. Larger the pipe, more will be the skin friction. These are some photos. As you can see, it's a V type structure, and in under this photo you can see the construction of Burj Al Arab. Conclusion. From this seminar I conclude that the skyscraper is not built just for the economic of space. They are also considered as the symbols of city's economic power, and it is also known as a super tall building, either residential, workplace, or of mixed use. These are the references. Thank you.